All right, I think we're good.
All right, we are live. The first Timmy J Crypto ever. And while Timmy is kind of just making sure that we're good on the production side, this is like history for the
Oh
making.
well,
So
I just got a notification on my phone, J Crypto. It says J Crypto just went live. So
wow.
I think we might be good.
All
YouTube
right.
thinks we're good, so I think we're
Well,
live.
dude, there we go, man.
Oh
Congrats.
yeah, Cardano Ecosystem News is also live. Hello to anyone tuning in from Cardano Ecosystem News and from J Crypto. This is it.
And this is the first of many, Timmy, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. And actually, Jay Crypto, I think you've gone live before. This is the
hmm
first time I have ever been live on anyone's
How's
channel
it
or
how's
my
it
channel.
feel? How does it feel,
Uh,
man?
it feels very nervous. Oh, hey, Tommy Mulligan. Let's bring up a chat here. Nice to see you, Tommy Mulligan. So
Tommy.
this is the first time I've ever
Woo!
gone live, but I'm having fun. This is pretty cool.
Yo, look at this, man. We got Dustin saying, "Hi Jay, heard you just bought an ape." That's actually verified. I just hopped into Discord and let the Discord know that I am a new ape holder for
Oh
Ad Ape
wow.
Society. Yeah.
Welcome to the Ad Ape Society. Do you know what family are you in, J Crypto?
Yeah, so I'm excited that you asked Timmy because this whole live stream and why me and Timmy kind of came together today is to sort of celebrate slash talk about the Pavia, whitelisted kind of deal, just some best practices
Yep.
and some expectations, and also to celebrate Pavia for coming such a long way. But we do have some projects lined up to talk about later on. And Timmy, I'm actually going to bring up a few things later about Ad Ape Society and show you some of their material that they just released about their DAO. And we can kind of get into it, man. I'm excited to just like hear your thoughts on some stuff too.
Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm just having fun. Looks like we've got up to 20 people. I don't know. Do you think we should tweet the link or do you think we're okay, J Crypto? It's a practice session. Do you think we should tweet it out?
Well, it is our first go around, but you might as well let the people know. I mean, these guys and gals support us so much. You
Let's
might as
do
well
it.
let the people know, man.
How about you get us started
Okay.
while I do a little bit more of that.
Perfect. Absolutely. So, I guess to get us started, it's interesting. Me and Timmy have been both covering very similar topics throughout the course of our kind of beginning interactions with each other, and then all of a sudden we started to message each other, talk to each other, and now Timmy's covering different stuff, and I'm covering different stuff too. But that's not really on purpose. It just happens to be. I think we think alike. We cover things that we're interested in. Um, but it all kind of brings back, or it all comes back to Cardano. And both of our stories are drastically different. I had a chance to interview Timmy on my channel, and it's interesting hearing his background in development. However, one of the stories that really brought our kind of like friendship now together was Pavia. So
Yeah.
it's really, going back to that big event, the whitelist announcement, and we have so much other news kind of happening. I think Pavia still has some things to release, right? And they support my channel. They don't tell me what to say. I can say whatever I want. So far, they haven't told me that I've said anything wrong. So I'm happy. And at the same token, it's
Yep.
also like, you know, there's a lot of pressure on Pavia. There really is, because it is looked at as one of the biggest Cardano projects. And I think people are really, hoping that it succeeds. And they expect it to. So that's the other thing. So, Timmy, how are those tweets going? Are you back full time here, or are you still part time, my friend?
You know, it's so funny you talk about Ada Ape Society because Ponzerati, who's actually the co-founder of Ada Ape Society, has just liked the tweet. We put a tweet out 10 seconds ago. Big shout out. I don't know if you're actually here, but big shout out to Ponzerati. Oh, my hand's a little wonky there, but big shout out if you're here, if you're in the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, the tweets are out. J Crypto, if you want, you're welcome to tweet the channel yourself. I obviously can't do it on your stream, but
Wait! You got to see this, Timmy. You got to see this. Look what
yeah,
this. So Papa Doge said when we were talking about tweeting out the show,
Yep.
This Papa Doge says the people need to know it's our civic duty to tweet it out. So huge shout out to Papa Doge. That just made my day, man.
I
That's
love it.
hilarious.
Dro Crypto
Woo!
also appreciate all the support. Dro Crypto always in the chats. Love to see you in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so part of the stream today is it's just testing out also the technology. There's a lot of things here. It's really tough for Timmy to go live, but it's also it's good practice for both of us. Are we ready to announce kind of, let's maybe save our big announcement for a little bit later, Jay Crypto. I love the retweet you just did. I think I might like to share my screen and talk about Pavia just for a second here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Pavia because I've been a long time supporter of this project, and they've just announced, I think yesterday, about 36 hours ago, the Pavia whitelist, the land sale part 3. So there's 40,000 plots that they're selling, and as far as we know, this is the last land sale for Pavia. So
scarcity, baby, scarcity.
After this.
Super scarce, basically. Unless they're going to make new supply, this is the end of the game. No more. It's not an inflationary metaverse or anything like that. So this could be the last chance. And so I'm hoping to participate. I'm excited to participate with the land sale. And what we know is it's going to be 80 ADA. So 80 ADA. And I think the whitelist ends, I believe, in a few hours, actually. I think it ends on February 11th UTC time. They might have the date in here. Yeah, 5 p.m. UTC time. So that's early in the morning, early Friday morning for everyone in North America. So there's still a few hours left to get on the wait list. And what's interesting is I think they've said like anyone can apply to get on the wait list. All you have to do is enter in your wallet address here and tell them how many parcels you want. And this is just to give them information. If you change your mind later, that's no problem. They just want to get a sense of how many parcels different people are going to be getting. I think that's correct. And it's going to be 80 ADA per parcel. I'm super excited. I'm excited for the land sale to get done and then to focus on other parts of the metaverse. Go ahead, Jay Crypto.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to highlight a couple of things in this piece that they submitted. So one of the things that Pavia got a lot of flack for in the last land sale was the amount of bots, and they have made a few statements here in the piece that they will be making efforts to eradicate is the word I believe they use. Eradicate.
That's right.
The bots. So this is a human versus robot game that we're playing here, and we're trying to eradicate these bots. We're trying to keep them under our control because we do not want a Will Smith movie coming to real life. We want to keep these bots, a little bit, But the interesting other part that I did see that you mentioned too, Timmy, is the fact that it's not just going to be, they are trying to get people that participated in the last land sale who didn't get parcels. They're trying to give them an advantage in this whitelist opportunity. But at the same time, they didn't say that they would be the only ones to be able to mint. I think with a metaverse like Pavia, if they're successful, they really need to make it as decentralized as possible in the terms of wallets, because you're going to be able to do a lot on your land. I think people are underestimating that. And that's just my thesis. I don't know anything more than you guys do. But number two, it's also like, if you think about it, you want people that are actually going to be building. So there's a lot of people holding, speculating, hoping the land goes up, but there's people waiting to get in the game. And these people are not just like your average day people. These are projects that are waiting to get into the game too and buy up Pavia parcels. So it's just healthy for the ecosystem to get people in there that want to build.
I'm so glad you said that. And I got to make a correction, actually. The registration closes at 9 UTC. And right now it's 4:30 UTC. So you've got 4 hours left. There's 4.5 hours left to register for the whitelist. And then the actual whitelist purchasing starts a few hours after that. From what I understand is there's not going to be a rush. You're going to be able to purchase over the next few days, but you need to register ahead of time. And that ends in 4.5 hours.
So I just want to highlight this beautiful comment here by Psychotron7x2. And he did say that we should eradicate, or in his words, he used the word kill. So that's definitely dark. We want to destroy these bots. We don't want these bots getting in our mints. In fact, we're going to war against these bots. And I think
Yes.
Pavia is leading the troops here and try to do this. So we'll see how it
Yes.
all plays out. You know, no one's perfect. We hope that it's a successful bot annihilation. And whenever I did, you know, talk to Ritos about this, the mod of Pavia, whenever you try to, you know, kind of hedge against one thing, you're going to get other people that are, you're going to, for example, there was a theory that they're going to make it so if an IP address, you know, signs their wallet up for, you know, signs up 15 wallets for the sale or something of that nature, they will claim all those wallets as a bot because they're just trying to game the system. So someone in the Discord also said to Ritos, hey, or someone else in the Discord, I forget how the story went, but oh, well, I have a sister and another brother who are also trying to participate on the same computer.
Oh,
and
wow.
I don't know if it's true or not, but they were like, well, you know, we might all we might all be treated as bots in that sense and not be able to participate. But you got to think about priorities, right, Timmy? Like there might be one, you know, brother, sister, brother for every, you know, 5,000 bots. So if you can eliminate those 5,000 bots and make it a little bit more fair, it might really help. And none of that is verified, I don't believe, the IP address theory. I'm just trying to explain what there's yin and yang to this stuff.
I hear you. Yeah, it's difficult. You know, it's not black and white. It's not clear, but the team is doing their best. And so big shout out to Pavia. I love the way they're taking a very diligent, kind of deliberate approach to this third land sale. I also want to bring up, you know, I want to give a, you know, first a huge shout out. We're up to 50 viewers. So hello, everyone. You know, huge shout out. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's huge for our first stream. I'm super happy
everybody.
with that. Thanks, everyone. It's good to see a lot of people here. I want to say, you know, Metal Gear, longtime supporter of the channel. Super happy to see you here today. There's so many. Here's Ritos right here. Ritos, I think that's Ritos. I could be wrong. It might be
that
just
might
Reed.
just be Reed. I don't know if
right.
that's Ritos. Yeah, Ritos has his famous, I think, Space Bud now as his PFP for YouTube too, if I'm not mistaken.
Connor Anderson, huge supporter of the channel. Great to see you here, brother. Thank you for continuing to support so many people in the chat. So thanks everyone for coming out. You know, we didn't announce this ahead of time. Today's really a dry run.
Stealth drop.
It's a dry run. Oh, that's my alarm. Time to wake up. So there we go.
Wake up, Tim. We got a live stream to do. Let's go.
so I think, I think that's Pavia. Yep. I think, catnap. So I think that covers Pavia. Jay Crypto, do we want to talk about, you know, today is really a dry run for a new project that we have in mind. Are we ready to do that now? Do we want to wait a little bit? It's up to you.
Yeah, I think we should. I want to deliver some value here and get your takes on some stuff first, and then we can discuss that. And for people that want to stick around and hear about what me and Timmy are thinking of doing, feel free. But yeah, I'd love to get into some of these other things and just kind of talk about them real quick. So why don't I do that? I'll share my screen right now and kind of start the process of doing so, and then we can kind of go over here. So Timmy, does that look okay? Can you see my channel here?
I'm excited. It's got me dancing over here. Super exciting stuff. I love it.
So it's funny, when I first saw Ad Ape Society, right? I went on a stream with Blake, and it's interesting because I didn't realize that what was going to happen was we were going to talk about Ad Ape Society. So I was ill prepared to talk about it. Plus, they've dropped a lot of information since. And I even said, I don't know much, guys. I don't feel comfortable really commenting on it because there's been so many of these that just get kind of hype and then boom, they drop and who knows what they're actually doing. But since then, I have talked to the Freedom Squad, Freedom 35ers, and they are probably going to release an episode soon too, where we do talk about Ad Ape Society. They kind of educated me a bit more. I hopped in the Discord. You know, I got some information that they just recently dropped, and I want to share it with you too, Timmy. How much do you know about Ad Ape Society? Are you pretty kind of up to date on the whole thing, or are you kind of maybe still learning? I can kind of go through some. Do you know about the families? And I think you asked me what name I took and things of that nature earlier. So you're probably up to date on that, right?
J Crypto, I mean, I might have been one of the ones that really put the project on blast. I discovered Ad Ape Society like at the end of January or end of December, early January.
So you're a big
I had
fan. Yeah.
more than that, big follower. You know, I talk to the founders quite a bit. I'm in their Discord
Wow.
all the time. I have about 8 or 9 apes now. You know, the floor
Wow.
has come down, and I've been picking up off the floor. And yeah, it's the most beautiful. It's some of the most beautiful 2D art, I'll say. If it's not number one, it's number 2 on the CNFT space right now, in my opinion, just for the artistic quality, the things that their artist has done in terms of the painting style and the textures is really, really impressive.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to run through this real quick for people that didn't know, because this is really interesting. They actually, a lot of your viewers will probably know, but they have this thing called a family tier list, and they have different classes of apes. And what's a great tool that I always use, and there's more of these popping up, Timmy, which we'll get into later. And I'll show you one that's also like a CNFT tools. Have you seen CNFT Jungle? It's really cool, man. I can't wait to.
I haven't. No, that's some
can't wait to
alpha
show
right
you, dude.
there. Let's make sure we cover that.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to show you. But basically, what you guys can do, and Timmy, I'm sure you know this, is you can look for the classes. And as you can see, the pyramid not only, you know, represents a power structure, but also represents supply. So as you go up in the pyramid, there's less supply. So that means that there's potential for, you know, the nobles to be more rare and sought after. And that's exactly what we're seeing play out. If we look at the floor price for artists, and then we look at the floor price for something like nobles, just look at the difference, man. It's quite a few thousand of a difference for the floor price, because I am sorting by price. The other interesting thing is the family names, right? So if you wanted to get into one of the names of the classes, you can also use this tool for that. Just wanted to show people. Obviously, there's other traits, but I think that those will be the biggest traits, Timmy. And then they drop. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you just go back to that page you were there a minute ago before we do the DAO, you know what? This is one of the big things I've seen this project do uniquely is these families, and it's creating a lot of tribalism, but tribalism in a good way. Like people are cheering on their family, and I've seen all kinds of memes and people in Twitter saying, welcome to, you know, well, not the Medici, because that's super rare, but welcome to the King family, welcome to the Roberts family, and they're welcome each other. And I even saw a discussion yesterday where 2 families merged. A bunch of holders of one family and the other family were like, let's get married, let's create a super family. And so it's almost like, you know, like sports teams, right? We cheer for the New England Patriots. We got the big Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. And what the Ad Ape Society has done is they've created these fan bases for families within their collection. It's super, super cool. And I love how each one has a unique name. And I'll just give a quick shout out that, you know, well, I love Ad Ape Society. They've done so much new, but I want to say that the llamas, the lazy llamas, are doing a step further. It's a little bit different, but you're going to actually be able to name your own llama. And I wonder one day what that might look like for Ad Ape Society. I think it's good that I can't change the last name, because the ones that have the same last name, that actually helps me create this tribe. But maybe the first name could be renamed or something. I don't know. But
the other thing too is I remember in the podcast I just filmed with the 35ers, my only thing that I wanted to tell the Ad Ape Society is potential partners, right? I think ADAO would be an amazing partner because of what we're about to show you. And we can probably tweet this out or link it out, or you guys actually and girls can go to the Discord, which is probably best, and get the links directly from the source and check out this information on how they're going to do their DAO. The way that I'm seeing this DAO kind of play out is very interesting. I think it's going to be a little bit more free of a community voted DAO than we've seen from other projects. That's the vibe I'm getting. Whereas like Rat's DAO is more structured towards buying up
blue chip CNFTs. And this
Yep.
DAO could be doing that. In fact, I looked and they do have a treasury in their Discord too, posted of 120,000 ADA that they have available to spend for community voted DAO, either purchases or funding projects or things of that nature. So I just wanted to highlight that. And then the other one, to your point, man, the other, you know, potential partner would obviously be ADA handles, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The ADA handles, because of the unique identity. A quick thing about the DAO as well with ADA Society is in their Discord, they've got a bunch of dedicated channels for the DAO, and they're doing voting. Like, so they're actually doing this kind of collaborative voting with their DAO. It's a very active DAO, and I think they might have already started their first vote. So check out their Discord. There's a lot happening in Discord for the 8-Ape Society.
Yeah, well, Timmy, you would know, having 8 apes, man, you're gonna be
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to breed all over the place with those. I mean,
Yeah.
geez, I'm a brand new ape, so I got to learn the ropes. But it is funny having that class system for sure. I guess the other thing, has Future Fest hit your radar, Timmy? I just wanted to fly through these so that way we could kind of get back to you and some
Maybe
other projects.
let's take a quick break there, and I'm curious. I'd love to hear from all the people that are watching. Are there anyone in the comments who's part of the 8-Ape Society? Are there any big 8-Ape holders? I'd love to hear what you guys in the comments section. Oh, you don't want to do that. There you go. I'd love to hear what you guys in the comments section have to say about the 8-Ape Society. Any holders there? Let's take a look.
Ooh, there's some rats holders. I'm just
Here we
looking at the
go.
chat
The
now.
apes are
Oh,
here from Monet 314. I love that profile photo. Really
Monet.
nice.
Yeah. Let's go ape. You know, this is my first ape project, Timmy, ever.
Oh, really? Yeah, me too, actually. Yep, me too.
So let's let's make it a
I've
good
only
one,
e-
guys. Let's make it a good one.
And I've only ever done Cardano NFTs. Like, I've never bought an NFT on another project. So, yeah, I definitely didn't participate in Bored Ape or anything like that.
And it is
WK
yeah,
just
sorry.
llamas, but that's okay. That's okay. Hold on.
Llamas.
The chat's going crazy fast. Sir Law, longtime supporter of the channel as well as WDK. Apes are here. I love it. Love that profile photo with the sword in the back. It's so cool.
I love it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, J Crypto. What were you saying?
Oh, I don't remember, Timmy. I'm just enjoying watching this chat explode here. We're up to 59 viewers there.
There's a lot of chat here about the Rats DAO, and you know, I didn't cover them at all.
Dude,
I'm not participating. I just haven't had time. Oh, is it on your list? Okay, I might be getting ahead of you. I might be getting ahead. All right. How about you take it away?
Yeah, I should give a rundown too. So why don't I do that real quick, and then we can kind of iterate as we go. But the interesting thing, if I was to go to Future Fest, because I really wanted to get this on people's radar, because I just minted some and I think they're freaking sick. If you look here, so I have these projects, Timmy, by the way. I wanted to show you Future Fest. Do you know much about Future Fest?
No, I haven't seen it.
Perfect. Okay, that's really great. Do you know, I think you're gonna like 2 of these projects a lot, because I actually think you're gonna like them more than I will. But because they offer like more of like the fun side of community and things of that nature, and I just think you'll find them interesting. There's another project I wanted to get on your radar called Cardopoly, which I think you're gonna love, and then Rats DAO was going to be the closing hitter, if you will.
Yeah.
So Future Fest, basically, if you mint one of these, you're going to be able to have this as your avatar. If guys and girls can see that. So you can see that it's kind of dancing around, and this is like a company that already has a platform. They already have a metaverse kind of built. They already have connections with DJs and people in the music industry. And they're kind of coming over to Cardano. And have you heard of Cardano Poppy, Timmy? He's a TikToker, a Cardano CNFT TikToker. And he actually works for the Future Fest company. So he brought them kind of into Cardano. I'd love to get your take on this. This is like a new CNFT tools, Timmy. It's called CNFT Jungle.
Okay, what stands out about it for you? It looks a little bit brighter. I like the gradient on the NAMI login button at the top. That's a beautiful touch, the gradient background there. I see a lot more color here somehow. It seems a lot busier. Tell me what stands out here? Why do you like this one? What's unique?
Yeah, so I didn't even know about this until I went into the Future Fist like Discord,
Uh-huh.
and they actually are using this to kind of be a little bit of a filter system for their NFTs and whatnot. And what I thought was kind of cool is this minting now, so you can see if a project is still minting or not.
Oh
Up here at the
wow.
top.
Yeah.
You can do dark mode if your eyes get, a little bit sore and whatnot.
Love my dark mode. I love the dark mode. Yep.
All right, we'll keep it dark mode. But very interesting. So you can sort through these bots. You can see the one thing I would just say is like this mint it's going pretty slow. I think they've taken some precautions for bots, and it's been a really nice, smooth, easy mint. So it's still early to get in. But you guys are probably wondering what the heck is like the utility of owning one of these Future Fests. So Timmy, interesting
Yep.
thing. They got
Uh-huh.
10,000 just future bots, and they're also selling at the same time 3,333 deluxe future bots.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
So the
So,
difference,
so
yeah, sorry.
the total supply is 13,000 then?
Yeah, just about. I mean, it's kind of like two different, like completely different policies
right.
and whatnot.
Okay.
So even on this tool, you'd have to actually go in and say future fest and then click enter, and you'd have to actually like see. Let's see if it pops up. You see how it says future bots versus deluxe future
Yep.
bots. So what they've done, it's interesting. Each one, so this is kind of why I think you'd like it, Timmy, is because with each one you get access to special events. This drop will give holders access to 3 exclusive shows taking place in new custom built world for the Cardano community, which Future Fest already had the platform, so now they're just integrating the NFT tech. Exclusive cosmetics. What do you think of the artwork? I mean, I've showed you quite a few bots here. I think they look really kind of cool and futuristic and cute too.
Yeah, I think so. I'm a big supporter. Like I love the 3D art. One thing I'm really interested to know, J Crypto, is like the projects that have animated NFTs. I wonder if they're also going to be giving a static profile image. And so I want to see more of that. Like, for the ones that have an animation, when you go to pool.pm, hopefully there can be like 2 separate graphics there. One that's a static profile image that's all composed really, really nicely. And then the animation as well. Because, for block owls, for example, I wanted to use it for my profile photo. I had to like, freeze frame the animation to get like the perfect angle that I wanted.
That's how you did it, huh? Yeah.
And so I'd love to see like projects figure out a good way to give this wonderful animation, but then also a PFP, a profile photo included somehow.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that you say that. And I did see your thumbnail, and I was like wondering how you got that block owl on there, because I was trying to cover the same project. But interesting thing. So the difference between the deluxe actually comes down to the art. There's more traits to the deluxe ones. They're considerably more rare. They're more expensive. But you can also see deluxe holders can attend shows to receive up to 3 exclusive airdropped NFTs that will unlock rare traits. I wanted to show you this video of what it will look like if you go to one of these concerts. They have connections with people like Alice in Wonderland, the DJ, and other bigger names, but I haven't heard much about that. The community hasn't heard much about that. I just know Cardano Poppy has mentioned, hey guys, there's some big names. So I wonder who it will be. But I think you'll enjoy this, Timmy, because it is a very interesting play on the metaverse. So you can see how it's like, yeah, dude, I'd love to get your reaction on this like live.
That's beautiful. I think I might have seen this video actually, but yeah, maybe it's been a while. Oh, wow, with the vehicle? Get out of no way.
I
Get
swear
out
to
of
God. I
town.
swear to God, dude.
Get out of town. This is where I want to have like an animation for the channel. Like we should have like some big explosion because my mind is blown. My mind is blown. That's insane.
Dude,
Holy
that
cow.
could be, dude, Timmy, that could be me and you, man. Just ride around the Future Fest, bro.
Unreal.
Yeah,
I'll be
man.
on the back. You can drive. I just want to throw things out the back. Hey, so what is this? Is this Unreal Engine? What's powering this? Do you know? Have they released the tech?
I'm sure they probably have. I just don't know. It might be. You're probably right on that assessment. But as you can see, they have the state, like where the kind of actions going on live with the
Wow.
DJ and whatnot. And it's supposed to be like a really fun festival event that you're going to be able to use with VR and, you know, PC, however you want, interact. I've seen some other demos on these things and they can emit emojis. It's really cool, man. So I just wanted to put that on your radar because you're always putting great projects on mine. So I was just like, geez, should we take a quick break before we get into Cardopoly and Rats Down and maybe just...
Yeah, I think so. Let's take a small break. Let's bring in the community. I saw a good comment here from Connor. You got to upgrade to 1080p. You know, you're totally right. I've actually paid to upgrade, and so we can do 1080p. I think for today, I wanted to start small and just on 720, just to, because today's really a tech test. But yeah, we got everything's upgraded, everything's paid for, and so I think we'll do the next one at 1080p. You're totally right, Connor. I love it when I get positive feedback. I've been getting a lot of feedback around, you know, 3D Timmy or 2D Timmy, and you know, I'm testing a lot of stuff with the channel, and I love that people in the comment section will give me their feedback, let me know what they like, what they don't like. And Connor Anderson here is spot on. I definitely will set up the next one for 1080p. Good shout out.
Dude, can I give a quick shout out to Aaron De Cluse, because this guy is like, he's doing a lot for the community, man. Wow. Have you seen this guy, Timmy?
Yeah, I've seen him popping around. Yeah. He's been in the comments as well.
Yeah, dude. So he makes these and I was watching one today just to see how he did it on Blender, but he makes these beautiful videos for like Pavia compatible assets, how to build them. And then every single show you can actually buy the one, I believe, every single show that he makes live during the YouTube show. So it's like a pretty fun content creator to follow maybe in the space for people.
I want to bring some up. This person here, Raji Smiley. I see you in the chat. Thanks so much for this comment. You know, he's been asking, or they've been asking a lot about like, what is the long game for the NFTs? Why do we invest in them? Where's the value? And I think it's a good question. Here's another one. What makes up the value of these NFTs? And, you know, a lot of my friends who aren't into crypto ask me the same thing. And it's important that we have a good answer. For me, I try to compare it to baseball cards and like other collectibles. You know, people say you can just right click an NFT. I can just right click and copy it. What's the value? Like, why are you guys paying for these NFTs if I can just save as and create a copy? Well, to be honest, you can do the same with a baseball card. You can duplicate an upper deck baseball card or some of these other ones, but it loses the value. It's not the original. And so the thing is with crypto, since it's all stored on the blockchain, it's on the ledger, we know exactly which one is the original. You can't, like, if you save it and try to create a duplicate, we'll know that. And so if you're a collector, if you want to invest in collectibles, there's nothing better than something that's stored on a permanent ledger like the blockchain. What do you think, Jay Crypto? How do you answer this question? And I think I'm actually gonna, while you answer, I'm gonna jump out. I need to grab a glass of water. Maybe you can answer that question, and if you have another project, go ahead and bring that up.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're here to have some fun, so feel free to grab some catnip too, Timmy. Yeah, man, it's definitely interesting. I guess for me, if we were to look at potentially the Timmy's playing around the screen, what a fun guy. I think that as an investor myself, part of the reason why I'm interested in NFTs is actually because I want to be in the early stages to look at as many projects as possible and just show what they're saying their utility is. And then most of the time, what I like to do too is find projects that already have utility built in. Because roadmaps, Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, says, hey, look, guys and girls, in Web 2, there was a lot of investable Web 2 companies that had these beautiful roadmaps that never came true. So I think you need to look at the actual utility that the project already has. If you want to support a project and you believe in maybe the founder, then that's an interesting conversation to have too, because that could be more of like a long-term play. But going back to kind of packaging it all in, I think for me, and I think Timmy's back here, so it's great because I wanted him to hear this. I'm actually looking forward to being so early and seeing all of the different trends that evolve. Because if you think about guys that are really great investors like Mark Cuban or
Yep.
even Gary Vee has built up a little bit of a VC, brilliant mind, things of that nature. All the Shark Tank people, they've seen thousands of companies. They've looked at they've done deep dives of thousands of companies. But here in the NFT space, we can go all the way to RealFi. So a company like Empower, who is making an NFT that basically what they've done is they've targeted a market in Africa, right? And the interest rates for basically a developer to get a loan are so astronomically high. The development of affordable housing is just non-existent in these markets. So that interest rate is around 30% to take out a loan. Can you imagine paying a 30% interest rate to take out a loan of a huge size too? So what they've done is they've used the NFT tech to outsource those funds globally. They've cut down that interest rate to 10%. And now what they're able to do with NFT tech is spit out the dividends of that interest that gets paid back to the holders of those NFTs. So if you're asking for like the value of NFTs, yeah, they're going to be used in real world business. They're going to be used in real life. We're so early. A lot of this stuff, we're trying to pick, the little needle in the haystacks that are going to win long term, and we're having fun and we're studying. I think for me, I'm a student of the game right now more than anything else. Like I want to make a ton of money for sure, but I'm a student of the game, and I think people that follow my channel, see that in my content. It's all about learning.
I think the point about RealFi is really cool. You talked about Empower. Anyone else who's interested in RealFi, I would encourage you to look at Atala Prism. And I've just been looking at the chats here. I want to give a big shout out to Chenzi, longtime supporter of the channel. Chenzi's been with the channel since the very beginning, since November. Big shout out, Chenzi. Thank you for all of your support. And then, you know what? I'm actually starting to think that we need to figure out, I think this might be Ritos. He was helping a ton of people about Pavia earlier. If that's you, Ritos, I want to hear it, but he's got all the answers to Pavia.
I do know about Intermeta too, which is what I think he was just saying, correct?
Let's bring that up then. Go ahead. He says here, Intermeta is a company based on Cardano, and they're developing technology to make interoperability possible, and even much easier by adopting a file type early on. Worth looking into. Okay, so it's a file protocol to help with Intermeta interoperability. So they're using a file system, it sounds like. What do you know about it?
Yeah. How it's going to translate into a everyday person's point of view. Imagine if you could go from all these metaverses being built, right? Future Fest, Cardania, Pavia, and you could go to each one just through a click of a button, and you had a backpack that stored all of your 3D rendered NFT assets, and they could be not just Cardano NFTs, but also Ethereum NFTs, and show up in the metaverse the same exact way or a very similar way.
It is Ritos. Sorry, keep going, but it is Ritos.
Well, shout out to Ritos. And so this is his other account maybe. So unless it's a fake Ritos, which the real Ritos wouldn't mind me saying. But it is interesting, right? Imagine if you had that backpack, Timmy.
I think it'll be awesome, J Crypto. I want to set up a Discord channel and have a way for people to join us on these calls. I think I can set it up so they can join like an audio chat. And instead of like having these text comments,
space, almost.
Yeah, we can recreate a Twitter space here. We can bring people up to the stage via the Discord channel. And we also have screen share. And so we can do a few things that you can't do on Twitter spaces. So I think it'd be really, really cool. Why don't we actually talk a little bit about why we're testing today and why we're live? I think maybe I can kick us off. I'd like to share this with everybody who's listening right now. J Crypto and I have an idea, and we'd love to hear from you guys what you think of this idea. Do you think this can be good for the community? Do you think it can be good for projects? Will this be interesting for you guys? I wanted to bring this one up. Heck yeah, Connor. I think it'll be cool to have voice chat on here. And I think I can pull it off. I have an idea how we're going to do it. We're going to do it. But today we're testing a live stream because we have an idea for a show, and we think we're going to call it the Gauntlet. We've been thinking about the name for a while, but we want to have a show maybe every Saturday. We're thinking about doing it every Saturday or every second Saturday. I don't want to commit too much, but we're going to have a show, and it's going to be new projects. New projects who want exposure can come on the show, and we will speak about the project for a few minutes. And then after that, we will ask the community, what do you guys think? And we'll bring up some of your chats and we'll evaluate some of these new projects together. And so it's a great way to give exposure to new projects. I only do like 2 or 3 episodes per week on my channel. And I've got all kinds of projects that are reaching out saying, hey, can you cover my project? I just don't have time. But I like the idea of a Saturday live stream with Jay Crypto called The Gauntlet, where we talk about new projects and we bring the community in. Okay, I'm seeing
Wow.
Chenzi's on board. We've got Taj Crypto is on board. I love it. Eli is on board. So it sounds like more people are into this idea. Tommy, what do you think? How did I explain that? What did I miss, Jay Crypto? Maybe you can cover while I fix my mocap here. It looks like I'm a little bit stiff. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. I think you nailed it, man. For real. The only thing I would add too is it was really important for me, and I told Timmy this. If we're doing some kind of show where we're getting sponsored by projects, I just want to remain on the audience's side and just be really have the ability to be like do honest reviews. You know, I obviously not totally crap on projects that, you know, maybe look like they may have red, like, well, I don't know. Maybe, but it doesn't sound great when you say it like that. I just think it's important to have, you know, not only be on the audience side, but also have the audience involved in something like this, because Timmy's right, man. There's a lot of projects that might actually be trying to do good things that just want some exposure, and they're looking to do it in maybe the right way. And there's a lot of paid advertisement in the space. You guys know that is just inauthentic to some of these content creators. So it's really important for me to be kind of on the audience side, whatever I'm reviewing, even if it's kind of sponsored. And maybe the way that it would work is to really just peg down the key fundamentals of some of these projects and open it up to you guys and kind of let you guys say your insights, you know, and we'll kind of bring up people when they say an insight that looks a little bit, oh, I don't know, like fair, right? Like whether it's good or bad, just like a fair insight. And that's all I'd add, Timmy.
I love this point here.
The gauntlet. You know, people got to go through the gauntlet. So it's not just me and Timmy that make up the gauntlet. It's also our audience, right?
It's the whole audience. It's the whole community. And I love
feedback. It gives feedback to the projects too. So
yeah, great point by Clean Light here. It's a nice opportunity for them to tweak their approach. And so I think we're going to go forward. You know, I think we were 80% sure, but we wanted to do this test stream today and see if the technology could work, and then get your feedback. It seems like you guys are on board with it, so I think we'll try it. I agree, Jay Vavra. You know, if they're willing to have us critique their project on YouTube before it launches, that's a pretty big statement. And so.
And he says their faces. So I think he's referring to the non-doxed teams that are putting themselves out there too. So that's an interesting insight. I wonder if we should think about that too.
I like it. We could have some team interviews. We could really go to town.
Or at least just have them be there, right? So we could like say it to their face, but they're also getting exposure. So, and they're showing their face. So that's already trust built right away, I feel like, because hey, look, if they're showing their face, then they're here for a reason.
I think one thing I'd like to say is, you know, while we have like, you know, 65 people viewing right now, and hello, everybody. Thanks everyone for coming. You know, there's a few that have been on here for a while.
This one says delegate to Tim. So that's actually 100% true. Delegate to the cat.
Shelter Pets. I know exactly who that is. Thank you for all of your support. I chat with him all the time in Discord. I love Shelter Pets. If anyone hasn't checked out, Shelter Pets is donating tons of money to a dog shelter in Thailand, the most amazing dog shelter. And they've sponsored 4 dogs for a year. the Shelter Pets who just posted, an absolute hero in the community. Big shout out to Shelter Pets. Also, big shout out to OG Crypto. He's been a long time supporter of my channel. Love to see you here, buddy. Thank you for all of your support. What I want to do first, though, Jay Crypto, while we have people here,
one more shout out. I think you're really gonna enjoy, Timmy.
All right.
Look at this.
Take the first round in the gauntlet for the boys. I like it.
So, I mean, I know Aaron, right? Or Aaron, right? He is developing a project that looks kind of interesting. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
He's got like Pokemon card type deal or something. But
there we go.
There it is, man. So
there it is. One of our first projects for the gauntlet. But while we have you guys here, one thing that Jay Crypto and I are interested in maybe doing is like, we need a better background. Like we want to have a little bit of, right now we have this dark blue background here, and maybe it's premature to talk about this without chatting with Jay Crypto, but I wonder if maybe someone in the community is inspired. What could be a good background for the gauntlet? And so I think we need like a full square image. And then, obviously when our two images are up here, it needs to have something in the top and then something in the bottom. I'm not very good at 2D art. I have a lot of fun with all of the 3D art stuff here, but I'm not so good at the 2D stuff. So if anyone's interested in maybe helping us create an image or a background image or even an intro for the gauntlet, maybe reach out to me or reach out to Jay Crypto. And we'd love to talk about that, give you a shout out. Maybe we can shoot an NFT as a thank you.
Dude, what'd be cool, man, is if we almost did if we took if people wanted to design something for the background and we had like a few and we put it up for vote or something even of that nature.
That's a great idea. Cool. It's kind of like a DAO for the gauntlet. The gauntlet has a community voting and it's all driven by the community. I like it.
Do you know about the Cardania gauntlet? Because I feel like we should probably say that because that just came to my mind. Because we're not trying to steal that. In fact, we want to give credit to that. Do you know about the Cardania Gauntlet, Timmy?
Thank you, Chenzi. The Cardania Gauntlet? No, I haven't heard about it before. What is it?
There's actually what's called a Gauntlet gang in Cardania.
Tell me more.
So basically, if you collected all the founders cards, like the different colors, you got one of the rarest types of land airdropped to you later on, and I think that's happening soon. And they call it the Gauntlet gang.
Oh wow, interesting. Are we okay to use that name then, or maybe we have to go back to the drawing board?
No, I think we're fine, man. I just wanted to say it now so Cap knows that we're coming from the perspective of you got to go through the gauntlet, to get onto the show, which is kind of funny.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see. Did you want to do one more story, or I think we maybe have time for one more story. Let's pick one of the two. Maybe do you want to do the rats DAO or something else that hasn't had much exposure yet, Jay Crypto? You're the boss. What do we got next?
So Timmy, man, I got to go through both, but I'll go through them quick. And I just want to say to all the people listening, Timmy's been really the technician behind here. So to anybody that shouted my channel out or his, thank you guys so much. Like for real. It's really fun to see 66 people here, man. It's crazy. All right. So let me share real quick. And I just think you're really going to like this next one. Because if you haven't seen it, have you seen Cardopoly?
Dude, don't ask me. It's embarrassing because every project that you're telling me, I haven't seen them.
No,
I'm going to get you back. I got some hidden gems.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, you've been doing that low key though. You've been dropping some gems on me in the DMs, and I'm like, wow, man. And then it blows up, and later we find out this guy has 8 Ad Ape societies. So I mean,
and I've got more than 8 block owls, but I purchased them all yesterday, like from the floor. So go ahead, Jay Crypto, walk us through this one.
So this is a very interesting project to me. Did you ever play Monopoly as a kid? I'm sure that all of us have.
Of course. Boardwalk.
And Boardwalk, Park Place. So essentially this project here is building a NFT, gamified version of Monopoly. And you don't need more than 1 game piece. They have 10 total different game pieces. But you really don't need more than 1 because once the Itala Prism comes out, I'm pretty sure that they're just going to make it so that way only one person can really play per did.
Well, let me jump in there because that means there's going to be KYC, know your customer. And so how do you feel about that? Like releasing your identity and proving who you are. in order to access some of these projects.
Well, I think with the Itala Prism, though, doesn't that kind of like, I mean, first of all, I shouldn't really speak to that because I'm not really
It's
sure
still
that
early.
that's in the initial launch. So I don't
Got
want
it.
to put bad light on Cardopoly. I
Got
think
it.
the real premise was to limit people from gaming the system and having like 200 of the 750 unique game pieces.
Yeah.
But my view on Itala Prism is actually, yeah, if there is KYC, it's going to be, you know, limited in the scope of verifying under the credentials that are necessary. I don't
Yeah.
think that it's the reason why they're doing the Itala Prism, in my opinion, is you have a lot of anonymous DeFi founders that don't want to go maybe public because they're in control of a lot of money and maybe they just can't protect themselves. But they do want to prove who they are, so that way the government can go after them if they scam people. So the
Yeah.
Itala Prism makes that possible, where you don't have to go public with where you live and who you are, but you can also verify your identity on the blockchain. And I think that that's where the Itala Prism kind of comes in.
Yeah, I can't wait to see, like, if we have good, I don't know, KYC, but like we want people not to abuse these mintings, right? Where one person gets to have like 20,000 of the same token. It's not fair. Or people abusing voting. And so I see a ton of value in Atala Prism and KYC. But what we'll have to see, like, I want to own my data, right? And so that's a big thing. If I kind of verify who I am, I want to be able to hide that personal data from them
Oh,
afterwards.
you
And
will,
like,
man.
I don't want to share like income or like,
Mhm.
geography or any of that. So I don't know what they need, my social insurance number maybe, and then I want to take it off the system. I don't know. We'll see. I'm eager to see how that all plays out.
I think the ownership of data is going to be a phenomenal thing for all of us, pretty much,
Yeah.
because right now we're getting our data monetized. But to get a piece of that action, I mean, how cool would that be
Yep.
on some of these social media platforms? Timmy, I just felt like you would really appreciate the artwork that's been done here. I mean, look how cool these game pieces are for this Monopoly game. What do you think?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
think
see
they're
some
all
of these?
really, yeah, they're all really creative. I don't know. It's hard to see. Like, I have to take though that one at the left. Actually, go back all the way to the left. That one looks pretty cool. The at the bottom left, is that a submarine downstairs? Yeah, I like that.
Downstairs, yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, the rocket is cool. That reminds me of like the Slack rocket icon. I'd like to see them a little bit larger, maybe. I think what's more interesting about this is what they're doing in terms of the utility and the game mechanics,
Mhm.
more than the art. I'd love to learn more about like how they're limiting the supply. I can see some of that flying through the text here, the rarity info. I think more than the art, there's going to be a lot of cool mechanics to this project.
Yeah, so the way I understand it is you're going to have a time span, right, of like a weekly game, and 750 people can all play at once. So it's kind of, I think you have 250 roles, and each person gets 250 roles, but you can buy more roles with their native Cardopoly token. The other
Nice.
interesting piece is when you land on a property and somebody else lands on it, they have to pay you Cardopoly token. So you
Oh,
get
wow.
passive income if you're able to land a monopoly, so to speak.
Oh, wow. That's totally wild. That's what's really interesting to me. I love that part.
I just want
Yeah.
to put that on your radar. And then just a brief check, you know, Ratstyle, we all know what it is by now. We've seen that the floor price has risen a bit. You know, I'm not a huge floor price guy myself. You know, I don't really look at that. I actually prefer when a good project like what I think now at Ape Society is turning into, when that floor price goes down, I'm excited. But
Yeah.
what's interesting is Ratstyle now has multiple wallets that they've kind of released to provide transparency. So
Oh,
they
wow.
not only have a main treasury wallet, which is this one, which has 114,000 ADA. They have 52 dead pixels now. What do you think of this project, Timmy?
Dead Pixels is making storms. It's beautiful, actually. You were showing me a different game earlier. I actually think Dead Pixels is doing really, really, really good work. I don't own any right now, but yeah, I'm eager to cover them in the future. I really like what they're doing.
Oh yeah, man. And what do you think about Ratstyle in total, just
Oh,
capitalizing on picking up so many blue chips, man? They're gonna own 1% of the supply of a lot of these blue chips pretty soon. The
yeah, it's
rate they're
insane.
going.
Like, there's no way that I could afford like a berry, you know, or like some of the ones that they're buying, Space Buds or some of these other ones are way out of my price.
Well,
Like
not
I
with
just don't
those
have
eight
that.
apes, you know. I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, you can make some
well,
plays, but
we'll see. But so this is a way for me to kind of get exposure to some of these blue chip projects, like you know, Space Buds and Claymates. I haven't afforded a Claymates yet either. So I like the idea of like, you know, we hear about tokenization of stocks, which lets you buy like 0.5 of a stock or 0.2 of a stock, fractionalization of equities. And I
Mhm.
think the RATS DAO lets us do that. So for someone that doesn't have 80,000 ADA, we can at least get some exposure. So that's what I like. I do wonder about like not having control. You know,
Mm.
so you're not choosing necessarily, like you have to kind of go with the majority or go with what the DAO decides. And so whatever they decide to buy, that's what you're basically buying. But so that makes me a little uncomfortable. But on the other hand, like sometimes I just don't have time to follow every project. And so if you have a full-time job, if you have a family, you don't have time to stay up to date on every single CNFT project. So the way I think about Rats DAO is it's like buying into a mutual fund, and it's like having your own private NFT investor. You know,
Mhm.
I can just buy the DAO and say, okay, hey, you guys manage my money for me, manage my ADA for me. You buy the NFT projects you think are good. I'm too
Mhm.
busy. I'm going to do something else. And I think there's incredible value in that, to have kind of like a managed money account for Cardano CNFTs.
And real quick, they just bought their first estate, which is breaking news, by the way.
Wow.
Very interesting that they're now, because Rats DAO, when you see their NFTs, you think, wow, these are all kind of, you know, well-established projects. Like these are blue chips. They bought Pavia.
Jeez.
So what does that say about Pavia now? Interesting.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is you'll be getting sent fractions of all of these NFT blue chips that we just showed you. And
Yep.
what's really cool about that is you can trade those fractions within a marketplace with other DAO members. And that's going to create royalties for the treasury, which will then create more money for the DAO to purchase more NFTs and fractionalize them. So
Oh, wow.
really, it really promotes holding, because if you think about it, the weak hands are creating those royalties, and the people that hold get to benefit from more fractions being sent their way. This is their royalty wallet. So now you can see how much royalties they're having as well. And with that, I will go back and we will get back on to the live stream here.
All right. Well, very cool. We're coming up on an hour. I think we targeted to go for an hour. So I think we'll try and wrap it up in the next 2.5 minutes. I think the main message I have for everyone is that today was really just a test. Today we're kind of testing things out. We're learning things. I learned a ton today about how to orchestrate a live stream, how to bring up chats. And so I want to give a huge shout out, mad props to everybody here.
Dude, Jack Freaks is here.
Is he?
Fricks.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
bring up a comment. A huge follower of Jack Fricks. There he is, back to sweeping. Jack, I love everything you're doing. He's got this really cool like
That's amazing.
stick figure NFT collection that he built himself. It's totally nuts. I don't know. He's putting out videos almost every day, but still does a stake pool and also his own NFT collection. So I don't know how he does it in his mom's basement, but somehow he makes the time for it.
I love that.
Huge,
And dude,
yeah.
what was great about what he did too is he made these comics of his stick figures, which I thought was a great play on like IP generation. You know what I mean? Like making a story past the PFPs and the collaborations he's been doing so far. On top of that, it's going to be interesting watching him because he's a young dude and he's making waves in the space. So it's going to be fun following him throughout perpetuity.
Well, following him, but not just that. Jack Fricks, open invitation. We would love to have you on a future episode of the Gauntlet. I would love to have you critiquing some of these projects.
Yeah.
You know, J Crypto, we're going to set up a regular show to showcase some newer NFT projects, maybe even DeFi, maybe DEXs. And I'd love to have Jack Fricks involved and come on as a guest some days. That'd be so cool.
Oh, dude, look at this. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be amazing, man. That'd be a huge milestone for us as like, you know, younger content creators in terms of just how long we've been doing it and stuff. But dude, look at this, man. Timmy plus J Crypto. I just love these guys, huh? These guys are the best. Wouldn't you say so?
Huge shout out. thank everyone for all of your support. I think we're going to wrap it up.
Oh, it's a
but-
Pixels raid. Have you seen this? It's a Pixels raid. Everyone's saying Pixels, Pixels. The Pixels community has raided the live stream, Timmy.
Hello to all the Pixel people.
I'm a Pixel holder, so we're
Bow
raiding.
down. We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Yeah,
Thank
AF
you
is
to all
the
the
king. AF
Pixels.
is the king. All right.
Thank you. How can I do? I must stay. Thank you.
Oh shoot.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jack Fricks is raiding too, man. Oh shoot. All right, man. We're getting raided all over the place, Timmy.
Are
This
we?
is quite amazing, man. Even the apes have said that they're raiding, so it's very interesting to see.
Raise the roof. Big shout out. Big shout out to all of the support. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here. We're right at the hour mark, and the big message is
much
we're
fun,
going to
man.
do
much
another
fun.
one next Saturday. So next Saturday we're gonna go live again, and we're gonna try and make it a regular thing every Saturday. We'll tell you what time it is. Hey WDK, see you guys. Have a great night. Remember, Pavia.
I don't want to go,
Lansdale.
Timmy. It's too fun. It's too fun.
I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting it down. So register for the Pavia whitelist. Go to whitelist.pavia.io. Register. They're going to be, you've got 3 hours left. There's 3 hours left to register for the Pavia land sale. 40,000 land plots. As far as we know, the last time to get Pavia land. So registration ends in 3 hours.
And don't be
Bye,
sour.
everybody. Oh, yeah.
And one more thing too on that, Timmy. Like, I just want to put let's not be sour if we don't get in. There's a lot of competition out there, and I believe that supply may provide an opportunity to sweep up maybe a quick dip that happens. Who knows? But we don't know what this year holds too. So just everyone stay calm. We're in this together. We're all going to make it. And I really believe that, and there's no rush to these things. Do your own due diligence. Make sure that you know what you're getting yourselves into, and we're all going to make it. No rush. That's what I'd say.
All right, beautiful way to wrap up the episode. We'll see you guys next Saturday.
All right, guys, take care. We got raided, Timmy.